Hey everyone, Christopher here, and welcome back to another episode of Fossil Forward Finds. I went to an estate sale today. Something I don't do too often, but I do enjoy it, getting out there once in a while. I went there with, well, two very specific items. I only ended up picking up one of them. But of course, while I was there, came across old photos and so forth, albums here. So I figured I'd do a little quick haul, and I really didn't look through these that closely, other than the bigger images. I kind of flipped through the albums quickly, got a vibe that, hey, there's snapshots, Polaroids, whatever, and just tossed it in. It was last day of the sale. I paid $30 for everything in this bag, as well as the item that I went there for that I ended up keeping. But you'll have to wait to the end of the video to see that one. Let's get into the haul. Alright, I'm not totally sure how I'm doing this yet, so let's just try this out. This is the first album. Again, I haven't really looked through it yet, so I'm not sure what to expect. Got a school photo there with a little message to a teacher, 1993. Let's see. Got some graduation photos. Look a little older, perhaps. We got wedding, I presume. 1995, it looks like, January. A reprint of a older family photo, that's neat. Let's see. Christmas photos. Looking all fancy there. No information on the back. Alright, so we got a house. I don't think that was the house I was at. Let's see, so we got some little clippings here. Constitution of Women's Club of Albany. More of the Women's Club. Blank page there. Uh-oh. Blank page. Blank page. Oh, no, you're not a blank page. You're a big photo. Yeah. Albany, Troy, Schenectady Club Women. Alright. Look at those outfits. Compliments. I'll try to read that later, not through the phone. Let's see. You were invited, Women's Club of Albany. This could all be good stuff. I don't know. Women's Club, Women's Club, Women's Club. Is there a year on any of these? 2006, so not that old. At least that particular instance. 06. Yeah, it looks like it's might be just a whole women's club scrapbook here at this point. Hold on. Alright, some more paperwork there. I probably can take all these pieces out and just sell a women's club mixed lot for the mid-early aughts. Women's club stuff. Blank, 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 blank. I think those first few pictures we looked at were not originally in this album. Masquerade Extravaganza. Ooh, what did I just sell? I sold a pug. Oh, look at that. Bubba Fett. Anyways. Blank, blank, blank. Okay. Anything left in here? Maybe not. That might be it for that. So not a wholly exciting start. But you know what happens when you just kind of grab and go. Let's see what else we got. Alright, I took all these out from a separate album. I figured it would just be easier this way. So we got some 3 women there with their bags. Into some older photos here. A couple generations of women there. I don't know if that's a wedding day or what, but looks like we're in the 1950s. Okay, let's see. Got a woman outside, reclining in a chair. More of the same. It's a fancy building wherever they are. Looks like maybe First Communion or Confirmation. Out by a lake somewhere. Kid going for a run. No information with these, unfortunately, other than some of the paper has some dates on it on the back. All right, we got a bunch of kiddos and family. 1955, October 1st. So we're in the 50s here. More kiddos. 47 there, 1947. And baby is 15 months. All right. Nice little street scene or boardwalk scene. Those old cars in the back. Sadly, no location info there. More First Communion or Confirmation. And then last, just some lovely ladies outside again. Alright, so nothing wild and crazy there either, but again, this whole thing was $30, and that included an item that I'm keeping myself. Again, wait till the end of the video for that one. Alright, let's see what's behind album number 3. Cats going cray-cray. Graduation. Looks like we're at some sort of dinner party. Alright, we've got that building again. Hopefully one of these has some information on the back. Piano, so interior view. Things to maybe just lot together. Woman playing said piano. Getting ready for a wedding. Yep, looks like a wedding. Always find wedding photos. There's all different ways you can sell these. You can do them individually. That's usually what I do. Or you can lot things together, either by theme, by person. You can just sell the whole album as is. Not sure exactly how I'm going to handle it yet. Looks like we're out in the garden a little bit there. More garden. More wedding. We got Christmas. So like I could pull all the Christmas out and list those as one lot. I could do the wedding as one. I could do the garden as one. Let's see. Looks like we're going to wrap up with Christmas, no pun intended. 'Tis the season to get that listed. Back at said piano. Yeah, well, that's album number 3. What are y'all thinking so far? Alright, so here's some loose items. These fell out of the smaller album that we looked at. Wedding, I presume. Or a recital of some sort, but I think it's part of the wedding still. What a date on that? 1960, so it's a different date than what we were seeing, so maybe it's a different event. On vacation or something somewhere. Alright, looks like young woman at a art contest, art festival event. So I'm guessing the horse piece must be hers. And this framed rather wedding photo, the $350, I didn't end up paying that per se. It is falling out the back, so originally I was gonna just try selling it in the frame because it's a pretty nice frame. Tape up there. What's the tape up there for? I think that's just to help keep it in. What it really needs is to be stapled in. I could bring this and try to get the new glass and get this stapled in on proper foam board. That would, of course, raise the price significantly, so I'm I don't know. I may take it out, sell it separately, and keep the frame. What would you do in this situation? What do you think? All right, another big album here. Lake Placid 1973. So again, here's another one. I could sell this as a set. I'd take it out of the album, of course. Graduation. What are you? A little booklet. I'll have to look through that more closely, but the 7 Sacraments. Let's see what we got here. This woman outside. 1956. Let's see. Albany Juilliard student to be concert guest. So we got some people here. We got names and some information now. That's good. Let's see. Woman by the pool. Guy with a sailor hat. Yeah, let's see. Cute kids there. Looks like some more wedding photos. More loose stuff. Let me hold on a second. All right, I did get a series of these fold-out photos on board from a wedding. So this is a little... I don't list too many of these. I don't come across these too often. I usually prefer the smaller stuff, but these were nice. So here's the first one. Here's another folder. Let's see, Central Ave in Albany, Marshall Studio. Fine looking gentleman there, suit. We got this gentleman here. Obviously the cover came off. I'll probably end up taking the photo out, or I may just sell it like this, but another handsome gentleman there. He's got a book in his hand, probably a Bible. Flower boutonniere, big old boots, studio portrait. All right, got another nice studio portrait here. A lot of dirty fingerprint discoloration kind of situation going on here. I'm assuming that's the artist, not the individual, but I'm not sure. Albany Art Union. Let's see. This gentleman here, also missing a cover. Handsome sir. Well, it's missing a whole lot of everything. Alright, let's see what's in this big guy. Okay, so we got a class photo here. Some big old bites out of it. Got a studio mark there. A bunch of young kids, class photo. Kids up top there, last row are holding hands. There's nothing on the back of this one, so hold on, let's see. Alright, we got a wedding news clipping here. I don't have enough hands for this. Brother for brother, sister for sister. So bridegroom, best man, and maid of honor. A whole bunch of scrapbook clippings there. Let's see. Got a wedding photo here. They had a number, I think they had like 3 of this exact one in varying conditions. You can see there's spotting on this one. The other 2 were worse, and I felt like I didn't need 3 of them, so I just grabbed the one that I thought was in the best condition, which is this one here. And I think that's it. I don't think there's anything hiding in there, so. Alright, so other random stragglers. We got this dapper gentleman here with the sort of boating hat. So it's very creased, nothing wild and crazy there. Postcard here, art postcard. It was just sitting on the dresser, so I tossed it in the bag. Well, you can read all that there. Wilmington, Massachusetts. And they also had some stamps lying around, so Figured why not toss those in as well. I doubt it moved the needle at all. I almost forgot this big honkin' thing, which is bigger than anything I've tried to ship before as far as photos, so it'll be a little challenge, but couldn't leave this behind. Whole bunch of men and women. The women got their fur coats on, so it's definitely must be cold out. Holy Week Union services in this church. That's 1942, perhaps. What do we got on the back here? It's probably just the studio information. Come on, focus. There, we focused. Stephen Schreiber Jr. as the photographer there. So, yeah, a nice one. Eventually I'll have to figure out how to deal with these larger pieces. Alright, I think we're done with the photos. Alright, this is a little something different that I haven't really done before. I didn't look too closely at this. I looked at a few pages and decided it was good enough for me. These are all original sketches. A nice horse there. Hold on. Alright, the lighting may not be as good, but we're going to try this outside the photo box. So I have some room to maneuver here. I'm just not that coordinated. So horse again, but sort of like an earlier edition of it. The skeleton dance and a Disney silly symphony. So this is in the works. It's not complete. Got some shenanigans going on over there. Looks like another early start on the horse. I know there's more in here, trust me. Got another partial piece here, Fiesta. Got a little bit of Disney stuff here, some VHS DVD advertising, actually. Okay, part of a magazine there. Lady and the Tramp stuff, might be a fan. I probably can lot some of that together, maybe. Disney ephemera lot. We'll see. I like trying things out like that just to see what happens. Here's, I think, mostly why I grabbed it was this stack here. So we got Jiminy Cricket, Wanted, Knickerbocker. So original rendition of Jiminy, Donald Duck there, partial. Come on, why can't I do this? Lady and the Tramp. It was always my mother's favorite. We had a Cocker Spaniel growing up named Kimberly, after the Pink Power Ranger. Alright, we got an early Mickey. I don't know if that counts as Steamboat Willie or not, but an early Mickey rendition. Alright, got another Mickey coming. Mickey Mouse playing the snare. So I think these original Disneys might do pretty well. I'm just going to make sure it's clear that these aren't licensed Disney illustrations, so I don't get myself in trouble. If you have any information on that or thoughts on that, let me know. Got a Mickey here. How do people do this stuff one-handed? I can barely do it with two. Here's Mickey. Another horse here. So, like, I could sell the horses together. Is that it? Let me flip through and see if there's anything else. So we got some Donald Duck and Pluto comics here. Again, hand drawn by the person in the house. Yeah. Ooh, you're different. What are you? Looks like a portrait of some sort. Kid's not too happy. Looks like they're standing in front of a car outside. Looks like an angel. Got the angel wings here. It's nice done. This person had talent, that's for sure. Fortunately, none of these are signed. And then we got Pluto again. So yeah, a little something different there. what do you think on all that? I did pick up some greeting cards. I didn't pick up all they had because I still have a lot from the album haul. But they had some Mother's Day ones and a bunch of Halloween ones as well, which I do not have much, if any, of. And as far as I noticed, these were mostly, if not all, unused. So obviously the Halloween ones are a little late, but they will sell all year. Hippo writing letters, just nice. Wonderful sister, artist signed. So I was a bit more particular with my greeting cards today. Another Valentine's, which of course will be coming up not that long after Thanksgiving and Christmas. So we'll add these to the list of things to get listed. St. Patrick's Day, cute little elf or gnome there. I just couldn't leave the kitties behind. Thanksgiving card. More Halloween. I don't know how many people give out Halloween greeting cards, but this one's got a bit of a dent in it. That might be a problem, but we'll see. Witch flying by with a black cat. Fairy godmother. Halloween bear. And a Halloween owl. And then, what do we have here? Happy New Year. So again, the question is, do I sell it as a lot? Or individuals? It's always the question. And I actually did find another photo. Hold on. Yeah, so it's another from the wedding here, one of these fold-outs. Really nice condition, cutting the cake, bride and groom. So that's a nice one there. All right, a couple of stragglers here. First off, we got these Christmas holiday food clips, bag clips. I just thought they were cute. They definitely got some age to them. I'm not sure off the top. I'm not good at dating things like this. They're tempting to keep because they're cute and functional. But I will probably lot them together and see what I can get out of it. Maybe a few bucks, right? And I always keep an eye out for advertising rulers when I'm at estate sales. These are a little less fancy than what I normally pick up, but it's what they had. And again, I don't think it probably moved the needle much. Let me grab the last item before we go to the cool stuff. The coolest item of all. I realized that was probably not clear. This is not the coolest item of all. That'll be after this. But I did pick up one yearbook. I don't usually pick up yearbooks, and they had others too. But I grabbed this one for no particular reason. Garnet and Gray High School, 1954. So I guess it's Albany High School, which would make sense. But, you know, got all the usuals. I didn't notice any signatures in this one when I did the quick flip through, but we got the different society photos, so I'll take a look at it, and got some advertisements. So I've only tried a couple yearbooks. Figured I'd grab another one while I was out. It's half off day, so all right, let's go see my favorite piece. So there it is. This is the item I went to the estate sale specifically for. Land Before Time room decoration box set. It's got a KB Toys tag on there. Box was open when I got to it. Some of the stuff's in there. I don't know if it's complete or not. I've not been brave enough to take it out and look yet, but you can see it's got a stick on and peel off Mylar characters there. So all the main folks there. And it fits nicely with the rest of the Land Before Time collection, which meshes down into the Jurassic Park set, which I'm not going to show you any more of because it's a disaster as I continue to try to figure out how to organize things. And getting new stuff doesn't help, but, you know, I like it. Alrighty, so that is the latest estate sale haul. Let me know what your favorite item is and why. Is it the Land Before Time piece? We'll catch you on the next video.